Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to another tutorial on Adobe After Effects CC 2020. In this tutorial, we're going to explain the use of track mattes. You can consider track mattes another way to apply masks, but you are not going to apply it within the layer itself. You're going to apply a layer, or you're going to mask layer with another layer, if you can consider it like this. So I have a new composition here. I'm going to create two shape layers. Just to demonstrate quickly the idea, I'm going to have one blue one. When you use track matte, the color is not important. Basically, the important is if there is a fill or no. Okay, and I'm gonna deselect. You see, you can press U to collapse everything, and I'm gonna create another one. This is going to be another color. Sorry, I have to click here, and then I'm gonna just select another color, light color. I'm gonna draw an ellipse, which is available here. Now, to apply a track matte, you need to have at least two layers, and this is going to be the green. So I'm gonna make sorry, not double click. I'm gonna name this ellipse, and this is gonna be rectangle, and I'm gonna use the rectangle to be the track matte, or to play as a track matte. And you see here, so the ellipse, I'm gonna apply a track matte by selecting it from this drop down menu, the track matte. So if you cannot see this, you need to click one of these icons, basically this icon here, expand or collapse the transfer control panel. Okay, you see you don't available, it's available. And now you just need to select alpha matte, the rectangle layer, or alpha inverted, or luma inverted. We're gonna stick to alpha matte right now. I'm gonna click. You can see here only this area is visible. Why? Again, the layer that you are using as a track matte is gonna work as a mask. So if there is a fill, you're gonna see the layer that is below. If there is no fill, you're not gonna see the layer. Okay, so I will click the ellipse, and I'm gonna move it. You see, when you move it outside the boundary of the box, you're not gonna see it. If you move it within the boundary of the box, you're gonna see it. You see, here, or anywhere else. Okay, and basically you can do exactly the reverse process. I can click the rectangle, and you see I can just like you can create it to simulate that you are painting something. So now this is a track matte. Let's say this is the mask, but it's layer to layer. So if the fill available or intersected with the layer, you're gonna see the layer. If not, you're not gonna see it. Consider it like a glass. You can see through the glass, but anywhere outside the glass you're not gonna see. Okay, so the inverted is gonna be exactly the opposite way. Anything within the fill will be invisible. Anything outside the fill or transparent will be visible. You see here, so anything outside the fill visible. If there is within the fill, you're not going to see it. Outside the fill, you're gonna see it. This is simply how track matte works. You can apply any layer to any other layer. So I'm going to delete them both, and I'm going to show another example here. I'm going to click a text. I'm going to call it track, or track matte, and I'm going to change this to Arial. Basically, this is Arial black. I want something bold. Okay, and let me just put it here. Again, the color of the track matte layer is not important. This is the text. Make sure that nothing is selected when you create a shape layer, and I'm gonna create a rectangle. Here's gonna be rectangle. Okay, and as I did before, I'm gonna use the rectangle to be the track matte. So I'm gonna apply a track matte to shape 1. You see, you are not seeing the text. Why? Because it's not within the fill of the track matte layer. You can click this, select the move, and then you just view it. You see here, you can do like that. Okay, how can I do the opposite thing? Can I use the text to be my track matte? Yes, sure, you can do this. So I'm gonna just change the layer order here, and I'm gonna apply track matte using my track matte text. Okay, you see I cannot see it, but now if you move the shape, you're gonna do like something similar to this. Okay, this is simply the track match. Okay, so we can see, or like we can have different examples on track match. You can apply the example that we demonstrated in the mask tutorial, but using track match. But I can show you another example that we already did here. I already did before. You see here, there's an After Effect. Let me play and see how we use the track matte here. Click. It's just like filling the After Effects with this fluid liquid, let's say. Okay, how did we do that? So basically, let's just do it ourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my layer here, to my composition. So I'm gonna just move this away. I will say no track matte so far. When you apply track matte, it's gonna be invisible, so I will just make it visible again. So I will duplicate this layer, sorry, not the shape layer. I will duplicate the text layer. Okay, and I'm gonna put it here below. So this is going to be text original, and you can name this text track matte. Okay, OTRCK, or whatever name you want to apply. So now when you apply the track matte, I'm gonna use apply to the shape. So I'm gonna click the shape layer and then say apply track matte. You see the text is not, it didn't disappear. It is basically, but since we have another layer, another text here, it's gonna be visible. You see now it's disappeared. It's gonna be visible. So what I'm gonna do now, I will select the shape and go to the position by pressing P, and then just move it down. It is just like painting on green. You see, it was, of course, if you don't have this copy of the text, you're not gonna see it. So it's either way. There's no correct and wrong and correct about this. This is what you want. If you wanted to wipe like this, you can apply that, or if you wanted to paint, you can apply this. Okay, so I'm gonna just create an animation, a very simple animation to this. I'm gonna just move it up, turn this on, and move it, and then just move it below. Okay, you see this is your animation. So how the animation becomes like this, like fluid. Okay, these curves. So to do this, basically you just need to apply some animator groups to your text. Not to the text in this case, not animator group. You can apply to the some effects to the shape from here, from the add group, and this is called wiggly path. So the wiggly path is gonna just make it wiggly. I'm gonna just change the track matte. I will not apply the track matte so I can see the effect, and then I'm gonna apply the track matte. You see here I applied the wiggly path group to it. To the transformation, you can change the size of this, you can change the detail. Okay, you see here, I can play around with the values. The points are going to be smooth, so it's going to be smooth. I guess these values are, no, like this is, yeah, like this, something like this is okay. The size, you can increase it or you can decrease it, up to you. So now when you move, this is automatically it's going to move because this is a wiggly path. Okay, now since we are okay with this, a little bit we need to increase the size of the shape. Sorry, I'm gonna just scale it a little bit up from here. I'm gonna click this away and then I'm gonna scale it. Okay, and then as you see here, yep, I will apply the track matte one more time. You see here, alpha track matte, and then we're gonna play, and it is filled with, it's not filled, where is the white? It was invisible. So now it is gonna be better, way better. You see, you can decrease the size, you can play around with the details and with the size to get a better effect than what you can see here, because you see here when it is moving we can see it, see the white from here. Anyway, as I did here, you can play around with the values, so it's gonna be perfect and nothing is going to be affected. Anyway, you can select this shape at any time, change the color. I'm gonna just make it blue, something similar to watercolor. Okay, and then this is gonna be like this, or any other color. Okay, there are several examples that you can apply or you can do with the using track matte. Another example is this. You see here I have another example that I gave to my students before. I'm gonna display it so you can see it. We're not gonna do it. We might do a dedicated tutorial to this because this is gonna take some time, not long time, but anyway, you see how it's gonna be. You have a shape layer like this, and it is gonna blink. You're gonna have this animation is used or applied using a track matte, and then you wipe them out and display this. I created this using a mask, and this exam one using track matte. It was to demonstrate that you can use both to get the same effect, but it's up to you. You want to apply the mask or track mattes. However, remember, track matte have a one step forward, let's say, if you can say it like this, because it can be applied from one layer to another layer, so you can, and even more, if you want, in the previous example, if you want to affect more than one layer with the track matte, as you can see, by default one layer is going to be affected by another layer, but you can have 10 layers as example, and then you pre-compose them and then you apply the track matte to them as one layer. Okay, and we might have dedicated videos again to explain these examples. That's it for track matte. I hope you enjoyed the video and it was beneficial for you. Thank you very much for your listening and watching, and see you in next tutorials, inshallah.